What's up, everybody? So this is what happens to your rear tires when you got when the caster or the camber is out of adjustment on your Jag, or any car for that matter. But I'll show you how to fix these. This is for a 03 or 98 to 03 Jag XJ8 XJR, and I'll show you what to do. So after looking all over line on the forums and everything, people saying, oh, your bearings are worn out. Well, I couldn't find bearings anywhere. I don't even think they have bearings for that lower arm. From a picture I saw, it was just a bolt through a machined hole. It looked like it was metal to metal to me. If there's bearings or bushings there, I don't know where they are, because I can't find them on any site. But from what they told me on another forum I finally found, you got shim that right there on that output where this half shaft goes. And I made mine because these shims like this 4mm piece of sheet metal basically are $70. $70 for a fucking shim. Are you kidding me? So I was like, screw that, I ain't spending 140 bucks. But I made this 1/4 inch one, and I'll show you. I just used the original shim as a template, and I laid that out. But after laying those out, I just used my tools. I have a torch and I have grinders, drill press, everything, and made my own. And that saved a hell of a lot more money than, you know, spending $140 on 2 freaking shims. And that's just ridiculous. The scrap metal is $4. So the only bad thing about this is it's really hard to get to in between there, because it's a 7/16 20. Everything on this car is metric except for pretty much that. And it's hard to get they're on an angle because the socket's hitting in there, so it puts it on a slight angle. I'll end up stripping 2 of them out, and I had to grind them off. And you can see where I ground that bolt just a little bit, but it's not that bad. So I said, screw that, I'm not going to put those 6 points back on there. They were lock nuts, but they were Superman tight. Everything I could do to get them loose. So instead of putting those on there, I got these ARPs. They're like $22 for 10 of them. You only need 8. They're, you know, high strength chromoly. They're a 1/2 inch head, 12 point, and they're way easier to get on there than those 6 point with 11/16 head. Although they're not lock, they're going to be torqued like crazy, and I'm going to Loctite them probably. And anyway, the force is not pulling out on this. When you get the weight of the car on it, it's going to be pushing in. So there ain't going to be no problem with that coming off. The torque will hold it and everything. I mean, heck, they use those on a freaking cylinder head and rotating parts of the engine rods and main bearings. So that's how you do that. You just shim them. Now I've already put it on there and checked it, and I put this 1/4 inch one in there and replaced that other one, and it really wasn't enough. So I put the 1/4 inch with that regular one, the original one, and that was a little too much. So I went and made these 1/16, and I'm gonna just do that, and that's what I'm gonna have to go with. Then I'll adjust it out with that if I have to. And you know, there's kind of a fine line there. The one of the big things about these cars is they're not designed for these 11-inch wide tires. An original tire is about 9 inches wide. So you got to play around when you get your rims to get the right offset and everything. And they'll drag up here if you're not careful. But that's that. If you don't have tools to make these yourself, you're gonna have to buy them. And if you don't really have tools, well, you're gonna have somebody change them out anyway, to adjust that if you want to, or you just keep buying tires every year. But like I say, if you have tools, you can make these no problem, and they fit on there good. You saw how I had to pry it off, so it's a good fit. That's how you adjust that. I've got a lot of help off YouTube working on this car, and I thought I'd give some back, so hope it helps, and y'all take care.